Oh shit, it's running towards me.
What's that? Holy buckets.
Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing camping encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This first clip comes from the YouTube channel Signs and Signals. But before introducing this channel, we want to take a moment to send our condolences to the family and friends of Dell, who sadly passed away on December 29th, 2023. Dell and David have shared many daring videos on Signs and Signals, fearlessly diving into the mysteries of the unknown. From exploring haunted abandoned buildings to spending the night in eerie graveyards, their determination to capture evidence always outweighed their fear. In this particular video, Dell and David decided to camp overnight in a forest surrounded by chilling paranormal rumors. But as they drive deeper into the woods towards their chosen campsite, something terrifying happens. It's August 10th, 2022. Fully prepared for the night ahead, David and Dell navigate the dark, shadow-filled forest, getting as close as possible to the spot where they plan to set up camp. The eerie silence and looming trees create an unsettling atmosphere, but everything still feels like just another night of adventure. That is, until they notice something just up ahead on the road.
I think that's enough B-roll there.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste up all the battery already.
The camera's battery's getting. What's that?
Deal. What the
Dude, I'm zooming in. I can't.
Dale,
What the f?
what the f are we supposed to do?
Ain't nobody supposed to be out here? Oh, sh. That just walked in the woods. Where's the headlamp at? The headlamp should be right there. Like he didn't, like he stopped. Did he turn off the light? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see.
I'm zoomed in. I can't hardly see.
Don't zoom in. It ain't gonna help.
What the f? No one's supposed to be out here. What the f was that dude doing?
Dude, he could be up in that right there right now.
I can't see sh. I'm not rolling down this window. I don't see any light. What the f did we just walk in on? What was he holding? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Totally confused about what this man was doing alone in the woods, Dell and David decide to slowly keep driving forward, as turning around at this spot isn't an option. But the unsettling feeling only grows when they realize the man is no longer in sight. The fact that he was standing there all alone in the middle of nowhere and then suddenly disappeared makes them feel deeply uncomfortable and unsafe.
Was it right here? Where?
I don't know. I can't tell.
No, it was at this patch. No, look up in
Did we
there.
go past it?
No, it was right in here. Up in there. Oh,
There's light. Is that him laying on the ground? No, he threw the light on the ground. He threw that damn light on the ground.
Where's the light?
How would you open down the window, dude? You can't.
Are you serious right now, Dale?
You can't see it. I thought I heard something. That light's just sitting there. He threw it down.
Hold on.
What's that?
Hold on. You might need help. Hello?
You need help? Dad, the motherfucker don't need help. David, what the hell are you doing?
Hello?
I already tried that. He don't want none.
I'm trying to hear.
You dumb motherfucker. Okay, okay, come on. Actually, this ain't even what we're supposed to be here for.
Dude, I couldn't hear or see anything out there. It's so pitch black.
Damn. Dude, go! Go! Go, 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 go! Dude! How about I have a heart attack?
Totally shocked and horrified by what they had just experienced, David and Dell sped off, driving deeper into the forest. And as soon as they finally came across a more open spot where they could turn around, they did, knowing that this road would only lead them further into the woods and eventually to a dead end. They had no choice but to drive back toward the terrifying man. But with their car doors locked, they felt at least some sense of protection. They drove as fast as they could, scanning their surroundings, but they didn't see a single glimpse of the man. Whether he was truly gone or they were just too focused on getting out, they weren't sure. Back on the main road, a wave of relief washed over them, but the unease still lingered. This was an experience they would never forget, one that left both them and their viewers with chilling questions. Who was that man? What was he doing alone in the forest? And why did he react in such a terrifying way when all Dell and David did was wanting to help? Already feeling uneasy? Hold on tight, because this is only the beginning. Let's head straight into the next chilling camping encounter. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 150,000 subscribers, and when we do, 3 lucky fans will win a free item of their choice from our merch store. Right now, 73.6% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So, don't miss out. Subscribe, and let's get back to the video. This is Daniel, an avid outdoorsman who documents what he loves most: wild camping and immersing himself in nature. On his YouTube channel, English Woodsman, he shares these adventures with his viewers, taking them along as he braves the elements with unwavering positivity. No challenge is too harsh for Daniel. Rain, wind, or freezing temperatures, he always finds joy in the great outdoors. But in this particular clip, keeping that positivity became much harder. While camping deep in the wilderness, Daniel encountered something truly disturbing. It's May 4th, 2023. With his usual excitement, Daniel embarks on his new adventure. Upon arriving at the forest, he sets off on a walk, scouting for the perfect spot to enjoy a meal while testing out his new grill.
So now I've found my little spot where I'm going to be doing the cooking. I want to show you what I'm using. Instant grill. Check out this. I hope this manages to cook my dinner, because that'd be one lump of steak going to waste. Oh, ladies don't want her. Oh, it's cooking it already. Look at that. There's a big difference already there. I'm starting to hear the juices drop off the steak and going onto the charcoal things. Oh, this steak is cooked perfect.
Happy with how his dinner turned out, Daniel enjoys his steak while taking in the peaceful sounds of nature around him. The evening feels perfect, calm, serene, and exactly the kind of escape he was looking for. But as time passes and the sun begins its slow descent, he knows it won't be long before darkness settles in. Wasting no time, he packs up his gear and starts hiking toward the secluded spot he's chosen for the night. With a deep sense of satisfaction, he feels like nothing could possibly ruin this great evening. Little does he know, something unexpected is waiting for him later on.
Right, so it sounds like there's some young kids where I want to be. There we go. I've just been called a sad old git. I'm only 40 years old. I've been abused by a load of young kids. Called me a sad old git. Wow. Right, so you can see it's starting to get a little bit darker now. Most of the street lights are coming on. I've just been laying down on my bag. I think I fell asleep for about half an hour. I'm going to continue just laying down just till it gets a little bit more darker, then I can get set up. Right, so I thought I'd show you what I'm using. Well, I can get away with having the light on. If it's too dark, I don't want to be shining my light, attracting attention at myself. So my Miltech bivvy. So then I've got my OEX 200 sleeping bag, my Flux 5.0 air mat. So that's supposed to give you some warmth.
Daniel is excited and totally ready for the night ahead. Although he couldn't settle in the exact spot he had planned, he's content with the quiet clearing he found, expecting nothing more than a peaceful and undisturbed night. As the sun dips below the horizon, darkness slowly takes over the forest. Daniel nestles into his sleeping bag, ready to relax and soak in the stillness of nature. But as the temperature drops and the night deepens, his sense of calm is suddenly shattered by something shocking.
There's a massive deer just over there looking at me. Oh shit, it's running towards me. Let me get my breath back.
Out of nowhere, a massive deer suddenly charges straight at Daniel, ramming into his stomach with full force. The impact knocks the wind out of him, leaving him gasping for air, struggling to process what just happened. Stunned and in pain, he clutches his ribs, feeling the sharp ache intensify with every breath. The deer, likely started by his presence in the tall grass, had instinctively lashed out. An unfortunate reminder of how unpredictable nature can be. As the initial shock fades, Daniel manages to steady his breathing, but the pain in his ribs is unbearable. Realizing that staying any longer would be both unsafe and unwise, he makes the tough decision to abandon his plans for the night. Disappointed, but knowing he has no choice, he slowly packs up his belongings and begins the difficult walk back to his car. Every step serving as a painful reminder of just how quickly an adventure can turn dangerous when stepping into the wild. This video served as good evidence of how unpredictable your evening can be while camping in the wilderness. And with that in mind, let's head into the next disturbing camping encounter. This video comes from the YouTube channel Travel Tales, where Chris and Charlene document their adventurous life on the road in their motorhome, together with their dog. For the past 3 years, they have been entertaining their viewers with glimpses into their everyday life, breathtaking destinations, and the ups and downs of living on the road. They share all their experiences, the good and the bad, to inspire others who might dream of this lifestyle. But in this particular clip, their journey through Sweden took an unsettling turn, something they had never encountered before in all their travels across Europe. It's July 18th, 2024. The couple is driving through Sweden, en route to a peaceful camping spot deep in the forest. Everything seems just like any other day, until Chris and Charlene notice something strange. A pickup truck behind them that appears to be following their every move. At first, they try to brush it off, thinking it might be a coincidence. But as they slow down, the truck also slows, and when they take an unexpected turn, the vehicle stays right behind them. At this point, panic starts to creep in, and the couple realizes that something is definitely not right.
So we're currently driving in the forest, and there's a van, a pickup van, just behind us, and he's basically following us. I don't know what the hell is going on, to be honest.
So weird.
So weird, it never happened to us.
Turn left.
First I thought I was being paranoid because I was slowing down and he was slowing down, and I was speeding up and he was speeding up, and now when we just went to turn he came after us, and then we went back and he came after us again. So he's definitely following us, and we're about half an hour away from the city, and I think we're just going to call the police now
And head there to the
keep driving, the
city
main road.
center.
Luckily we realised about him and didn't go into the forest.
Oh my god, I'm just
Calm down, just dial the number because
yeah.
we need to call him.
So basically we're driving right now in the forest. We're heading to Halmstad. We are 26 minutes away, and there's a van behind us, a pickup truck, and he's following us. So I've just hung up with her, and she was very kind and friendly as well. So she told me that a police car is coming this way and they're gonna call us. So far no one called us, so I have no idea what's going on.
Still behind us.
He's still behind us, yes, and this never really happened to us. Never ever.
Yeah, we're going to head to the city now, and we're going straight to the police station. So if we don't see the police car now, we just keep going there, I say.
And this is not a joke. He's been driving about 30 minutes behind us. This is so scary. We were in a very remote place, in a very remote area, and now we're seeing a little bit more cars finally. So hopefully now we get to the police station and he stops following us, or I don't know what's gonna happen, but what do you think will happen now?
No idea. It's a lot different now because we're entering Halmstad city, so there's so many more cars. But it's still behind us, and it's definitely following us for sure. I don't know what we're going to do when we get to the police station though.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
We're just gonna...
I think we should stay in the van.
I guess so, yeah. Everywhere's locked, right?
The couple felt completely unsafe, their minds racing with questions. Why was this man following them? What were his intentions? But at this point, there was no time to dwell on the possibilities. Their only option was to keep driving toward the police station, hoping they could get there before anything escalated. With every passing minute, the tension grew. The pickup truck remained behind them, unwavering in its pursuit. Then, just when fear was starting to take over, a police car appeared in the opposite lane. Relief washed over Chris and Charlene as the officers intercepted the situation, signaling them to pull over to the side of the road.
Hello. Hello. What the man? They've been following us for
30 minutes.
That area have been a lot of burglaries, so those that live there is a little on the high edge, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
And then they see a drone.
Yeah, but
and then I think that you were planning some.
I thought they were gonna rob us or something.
Ah.
I don't even know if I got any speed cameras because I'm just like shaking
But
and
did
driving.
it flash?
No, I don't
no.
think so because I slowed down. But
Okay,
I don't know what they were doing because we go slow and they go slow. We go fast, they go fast. We go left, they go left.
And that's the right way, of course.
Yeah,
Not
like
stop if someone just.
yeah.
They called us. Yeah, she as well, and those as well, and said they were off the caravan. I think they were gonna plan something.
Yeah.
Yeah. My colleague are talking to them right now. How about it's okay with you? Just a little.
Yeah, we're a bit shocked.
Our station is in Halmstad. That's
Yeah,
why
we
it
came
took a while.
30 kilometers away.
We come as fast as we could.
We were going to find the camping in the forest, but now we come to the city instead. It's like, because more
safe.
people.
I understand.
Yeah. Because we went into the forest, I made the indicator, and you know the road is like this, and you have a side one, and I went in like this, and he come in after me, so I'm like, fuck. Then I went
really
out
following
and
us.
like,
That's when we confirmed
then
that
I said,
he's
like, call
really
the police
following
because-
us, you know.
They thought you were dangerous, and you thought they were dangerous.
Yeah, I understand now, but
Sit tight.
yeah, I see.
The man who had been following Chris and Charlene pulled over as well. And to their surprise, the police explained that he had seen them flying their drone earlier and, due to a recent string of robberies in the area, had suspected them of scouting for criminal activity.
It's just so weird. And apparently, because we took the drone shot, he decided to get in his pickup truck
And follow us.
and follow us
For 13
40 kilometers all the way to Halmstad, just for fun, well, not for fun, but just to pursue us. And I don't know, what was he planning to do?
Just
If we
crazy.
confronted, like, was he going to fight us? Was he going to hurt us? Was he going to try and take the footage or something? It's really weird. Really weird.
We didn't really talk to him now when the police came.
No, the
So
police spoke to
we
him.
have no idea what kind of guy was he.
Yeah, we saw him though. He drove by. He had like a beard and
Yeah.
pickup truck.
He
And
looked normal though.
I told the
like-
police, I said, like, do you want me to go and speak to him to assure him that we are not planning any attack? But they said, no, don't worry about it. It's okay. It's not your fault. And he apologized. He said they shouldn't have done that.
And we asked the police guy that if this happens very often, and he said no. So
We
we
were
must
really
be
unlucky
very
that
unlucky.
some paranoid guy decided to follow us. And I'm so glad that we realized that he was following us and just kept driving, because if we didn't realize, we would have like pulled off much before and went into the forest again and found the park up there, because that was the plan.
Yeah.
And luckily we saw him, and then we did a few maneuvers, and when we were 100% sure he was following us, we came straight to the city. But we've just seen him drive off now. The police have left, and we just parked outside of a supermarket in Halmstad, which is where we were a few weeks ago. Why anyone would think that's the right thing to do.
A big shock.
So
A
lucky we
big
didn't.
shock.
Lucky we didn't crash. Hopefully we didn't get any speed cameras, because we passed free entering the city now,
Yeah,
and
we
I
were
don't
speeding
think.
up as well.
Yeah, I don't
at
think
one
they flashed,
point.
so we should be okay. Okay.
He really succeeded in scaring us. Oh my god. Jeez.
This was an unsettling experience for the couple. Although shocked by the misunderstanding, they felt relieved that they had handled the situation correctly and avoided any real danger. Eventually, they found a spot just outside the city to stay for the night, but the lingering adrenaline made it difficult to relax. This was unlike anything they had ever encountered before, and it was a pursuit they would not soon forget. Now, let's take a look at the next chilling camping encounter clip that left viewers equally baffled. Meet Tanya and Dave, the adventurous couple behind the YouTube channel Let's Turn It Up World. They've been living life on the road in their beloved motorhome, traveling with their 2 cats, and sharing every moment with their viewers. From breathtaking hidden gems to practical tips on RV living, their content is always uplifting and inspiring. But not every adventure goes as planned. In this particular video, Tanya and Dave experienced something so unsettling that they felt compelled to share it, because life on the road isn't always sunshine and scenic views. It's May 28th, 2024. After an incredible weekend exploring Death Valley and the Alabama hills, the couple was heading toward Nevada. They had found what seemed like the perfect overnight parking spot, an empty lot next to a casino, right beside an abandoned amusement park. They did their research, read multiple reviews, and everything pointed to it being a safe and convenient place to rest for the night. But as they would soon find out, some things just can't be predicted.
All right, that's it. This is what we're calling home for the night. We got the okay. Spoke with the security guard who said it's perfectly okay as long as we don't put any slides out, and we don't have slides, so we're in good shape. Very excited to get things started. I can see the sun is slowly starting to set. So it's about 5:30 right now. Maybe what we'll do is before cooking dinner, maybe explore these grounds. There's a huge amusement park over there. Kind of see. That is so cool. It almost looks like Space Mountain. Or what's the name? What's one of that Disney one?
Yeah, Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain. It almost has a little Thunder Mountain like, but it goes all the way around. It goes all the way around the casino.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
It looks like it was a pretty amazing roller coaster in its day.
Yeah.
Wow, here are some actually older. They look a little beat up, these ones.
Yeah, but
the
these
log
are the actual
boats.
log boats here. And
For the
they have their
flume.
number zones. This was number 16.
Yeah, look at that.
And you got number 9 and number 15 right here.
Wow.
So it's amazing that all the equipment is still here. Look
It
at
is.
that.
It's ready to go. Let's clean them up. Get those cobwebs off there, and let's get back at it.
After exploring the remains of the abandoned amusement park and taking a quick look inside the casino, Tanya and Dave settle in for the evening. With the sun beginning to set, they start preparing dinner, enjoying the peaceful atmosphere and the warm evening air. Everything just feels right, but as the night unfolds, they'll soon realize that some places are best left behind.
This guy right there is just like randomly came up to us and asked if we were, first question was veterans, and now he's driving around the parking lot. Dude, it's kind of creepy. So I let the security guards know, but he's out there just hovering around the parking lot. Oh man, that's a little unsettling. So I just turned the lights off. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to cook dinner. This is...
It started when Tanya noticed a Ford Explorer slowly driving past the back of their camper van. People often glance at their RV just because it's a unique vehicle, but this time, something felt different. Tanya couldn't shake the uneasy feeling creeping up her spine. Still, she and Dave chose to brush it off, telling themselves it was probably just another curious passerby. But then, while Tanya was cooking dinner, another car pulled up right next to their camper van. The windows, completely tinted, slowly rolled down, and the driver just sat there, staring straight at their vehicle. Thinking it might be a viewer of their YouTube channel, or perhaps someone simply intrigued by their setup, she decided to step outside and approach the man to ask if everything was all right. The first thing the man asked was, "Are you veterans?" Tanya, confused by the unexpected question, simply answered no. But then the man followed up with something even stranger. "What are you up to?" Still trying to keep things normal, Tanya casually replied that she was just cooking dinner. The man, still staring, smirked slightly and muttered, "Ah, dinner and strippers," before suddenly stepping on the gas and speeding off into the distance.
It's crazy. I know it is. The guy's racing around the parking lot.
Racing. So I just turned the lights off. Hold on, let's close this up. I gotta finish a meal. Ooh, I know, Bubby. Mommy's watching. Yikes.
Right? No, it's crazy.
There's a black car. Feels a little weird as well. Just kind of sitting there. Oh gosh. That is the same one that was there earlier. The Ford that was there earlier that also kind of circled by. Black Ford Explorer. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm just worrying too much or... So, Dave.
Yeah, no, this has been actually a really scary situation. We have what seems to be some cars that have been, it seems like almost casing the van. They've driven by slowly a number of times. In particular, there's actually an old Ford Explorer that drove by slowly a number of times.
Yeah, left and now
left and then just came back with a van.
Yeah.
And they both came back and parked in the same spot right nearby us. Just like turned off the car and are just sitting there.
They're waiting to.
So
maybe it's the bikes. I don't know. Not very comfortable. It's kind of a new spot, and normally we're not necessarily like.
Yeah, we're nervous about our bikes. Well, everything actually.
Yeah, and normally we're not spooked by a parking lot, but when you're not in a comfortable situation and you had that weird question by that gentleman that came by, very strange.
Tanya and Dave were feeling everything but comfortable at this point. The two cars kept circulating the area, making strange movements around their vehicle, and the eerie feeling of being watched only grew bigger. Even though they had spoken to the security guard at the casino about this occurrence, they couldn't shake the unease that had settled in their stomachs. The security guard had been their reassurance, the one thing keeping them from leaving immediately. But when he informed them that he was about to take a dinner break, a new wave of panic hit them. Without the security guard patrolling the lot, the couple felt exposed and vulnerable. All the worst-case scenarios started playing in their minds. The thought of staying any longer made them feel trapped. So Tanya and Dave decided to pack up their things, leave the parking lot, and head out into the night, hoping that the cars wouldn't follow them.
There's the pickup, there's the black car right over there, and then all of a sudden there's the van, and no one got out of that van. So we're out of here. Oh my goodness gracious, that's one of the most uncomfortable feelings. Let's see. There's the van. Yep, and then there's the black Explorer right next to them.
Yeah, they came back.
They came back.
There.
All right, so we're gonna make a right. Okay.
That was scary.
That was uncomfortable. I'm just watching to see if they leave.
They're gonna try to follow us out.
Oh man, it's so uncomfortable.
See the van moving.
Oh, okay. Whew. All right, we are rolling on.
Moving on.
Next stop.
That was scary.
And there's the black car. Look, they got out of the car. They got out of the car.
David and Tanya fled the parking lot, their hearts racing with every passing moment. To their relief, the unsettling cars didn't follow them. They drove for an hour, putting as much distance between themselves and the eerie situation as possible. After finally reaching a familiar parking lot where they had stayed before, the couple parked and tried to relax. But the tension from the evening still hung heavy in the air. After sharing their unsettling experience online, Tanya and Dave couldn't help but wonder if they had overreacted. But as the comments rolled in, they quickly realized that their gut feelings had been spot on. Many people shared stories of similar situations that had escalated after ignoring the signs or staying in unsafe situations. Tanya and Dave had handled the situation well, recognizing the red flags and making the right choice to leave before things could take a darker turn. This experience left them with a stark reminder that, while most encounters on the road are positive, the danger of others is always lurking. It was a sobering lesson, but they could now say with certainty that their instincts had saved them that night, and they would never forget the importance of trusting those instincts again. Who knows what might have happened if they had stayed? Luckily, they didn't have to find that out tonight, and hopefully, they never will. And with that, let's delve straight into the next disturbing encounter that has been captured on camera. This horrifying clip was captured by a couple who had set out for a beautiful getaway, camping in the middle of nature. What was supposed to be a peaceful retreat suddenly turned into a real nightmare. It's June 19th, 2022. The couple spent a wonderful summer day by the lake, enjoying a barbecue dinner and relaxing around the campfire. Everything seemed perfect, and after a long day of outdoor fun, they decided to call it a night and head to bed. But little did they know, that's when their worst nightmare was about to become reality.
Let's come into the tent.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
The video stops here, but according to others who shared more details, the couple had an encounter with the terrifying man who had broken into their tent in the middle of the night. A struggle ensued, but thankfully, they managed to get the man out. Other campers nearby heard the commotion and rushed to help, immediately calling the police. Why this man targeted them remains unclear, but what's certain is that this experience gave the couple the shock of their lives. They were left terrified and made them realize just how vulnerable you can be when camping. They vowed never to camp again after this traumatic event. A stark reminder of how unsafe a seemingly peaceful setting can turn in an instant. Now prepare yourself as we head straight into the last disturbing camping encounter. This is Kenny, a passionate traveler and natural enthusiast. He spends most of his free time exploring the great outdoors, and he shares his adventures with his viewers on his YouTube channel, Kenny of All Trades. From camping in remote forests to fishing at secluded lakes, Kenny loves documenting his journeys, especially when he's joined by his loyal dog in their truck camper. Normally, Kenny's videos are filled with light-hearted moments and informative tips, but not every adventure goes according to plan. In this particular clip, while camping at a serene lakeside spot, Kenny's experience took an unexpected and eerie turn. It's March 2nd, 2024. Kenny has found the perfect spot to spend the night, a peaceful, isolated lakeside. He's excited to settle in for the night, and after setting everything up, he decides to try some ice fishing on the frozen lake.
Well, she's starting to turn gray. Usually not a good sign. That's like when the honeycomb begins. But let's see how thick this ice is. Plenty of ice yet. Let's see what we can make happen here. Boy, that wind is bucking. There we go. There we go. What do we got? Sunny. Awesome. Check that out. We do have fish in this lake. Let's see if we can keep that going. Another double waxy.
After catching some fish, the sun starts to set, and Kenny begins making his dinner while enjoying the warmth of his fire. Everything seems perfect, and he's feeling incredibly relaxed, taking in the calm surroundings of the lakeside. But what Kenny doesn't know is that this peaceful evening is about to be shattered.
With our filling all spread out, we're going to add more cheese to the top. And then we're going to cap it all off. And I got a little bit of this butter. I'm going to put it right on top of the buns. All right, taste test time. Look at that. Believe me, that's going to be good. The furnace has been running non-stop today. A lot of times I just leave the door wide open. That way, especially at night, Toby can come and go as he pleases. He's scared of the dark. I'm trying to break him of that, but I want him to do it on his own. I don't want to push him out there. I'm hoping that if he sees me sitting by the fire, he'll come out too. Gonna get the generator shut off and call it a night. That strap was blowing in the wind. I saw it move. I'm like, what is that? This is strange. I came outside. Holy buckets. It's like 11:30 at night. At first I thought it was the lake, but no, not after that.
The gunshots had left Kenny feeling incredibly uncomfortable. He stayed still for a moment, listening carefully, hoping that they wouldn't get any closer. The shots echoed a few more times, and each time it seemed to get closer. But then, just as suddenly as they had started, the shooting stopped, leaving Kenny in a state of uneasy silence. He couldn't help but wonder who or what had been out there, and what the gunshots had been about. Although the noise had ceased, the feeling of vulnerability remained. Kenny decided it was best to retreat to his RV and try to shake off the unsettling situation. It took him longer than usual to settle in for the night, His mind kept racing, imagining worst-case scenarios, especially the possibility of someone with a large weapon wandering through the woods, heading straight for his camp. But with the doors securely locked, there wasn't much he could do except stay inside and try to relax. Leaving now, in the dark, wasn't an option. So, he did his best to push the fear aside, hoping that everything would be fine and that he could sleep through the night. Fortunately, the rest of the night remained quiet. No more gunshots rang out, and the tension in the air slowly eased. But even as he drifted off to sleep, Kenny couldn't stop wondering what had truly been going on that night. The eerie silence that followed the shots only deepened his curiosity, leaving him with a lingering sense of discomfort. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.